Hello friends, my topic name is an emulsion. An emulsion is two-phase system consisting two complete immiscible liquid, one of which is dispersed into another. For an example, when oil and water added together, they form two distinct layers. This is because they are immiscible with one another. When we shake these two liquids vigorously, they will still remain immiscible. After some time, they are tiny oil droplets dispersed through the water. This is an emulsion. Classification of an emulsion is based on three types: based on dispersed phase, based on globule size, and special type of emulsion. Firstly, we have to discuss based on dispersed phase. They are further classified into two types: oil in water emulsion and water in oil emulsion. First one is oil in water emulsion, in which water is a dispersion medium and oil is a dispersed phase. It is non-greasy and easily removed. It is used externally to provide cooling effect. Then second one is a water in oil emulsion, in which oil is a dispersion medium and water is a dispersed phase. It is used externally to prevent evaporation of moisture of a skin. Then second one is based on globule size. It is further categorized into two types, that is microemulsion and fine emulsion. Microemulsion, it is a clear, thermodynamically stable isotropic liquid mixture of oil surfactant. Particle size of microemulsion is 0.01 micrometer. It is used in pesticide formulation, dry cleaning. Then second one is a fine emulsion. Fine emulsion is a heterogeneous system consisting of a two immiscible liquid in which droplet size is 0.25 to 26 micrometer. The third type is special type emulsion. In a specific type of emulsion, the multiple emulsion are the system which is dispersed phase contains smaller droplets that have the same composition as the external phase, in which first we have to study oil in water in oil emulsion. In oil in water in oil system, an aqueous phase, that is hydrophilic, separates internal and external oil phase. Then second one is a water in water emulsion system, in which an oil phase separates internal and external aqueous phase. In other words, water in water is a system in which oil droplets may be surrounded by an aqueous phase, which in turn enclose one or more several water droplets.
Now we see the test for identification. These tests are help in identification of an emulsion. There are 5 tests for identification. In that, the first test is dye-solubility test. In this test, when the emulsion is mixed with a water-soluble dye such as emulsion and observed under the microscope, if continuous phase appear red color, then emulsion is OW type, and if continuous phase appeared colorless, then emulsion is WO type. We see the example in images. Now, next test is dilution test. The test is based on the solubility of external phase of emulsion. In that, OW type of emulsion can be diluted with water and W type of emulsion can be diluted with oil. Third test is conductivity test. In this test, we pass an electricity through the emulsion. We know that the water is good conductor of electricity. So, the conductivity test is positive for OW type of emulsion. Now we see about fluorescent test. In fluorescent test, we expose the emulsion to ultraviolet radiation. If a fluorescence appear continuous, then we see that there is W type of emulsion. And if fluorescence is spotty, then we called there is OW type of emulsion. This is about fluorescent test, and the next test is cobalt chloride test. In this test, filter paper is soaked in a cobalt chloride solution, is dipped into an emulsion and dried. If it is turned blue to pink, that indicates that the emulsion is OW type. We see this cobalt chloride test in given image. there is two colors. Now we see about the emulsifier. An emulsifier is a substance that stabilizes on emulsion by increasing its kinetic stability. We use this emulsifier in our day-to-day life. We use it in ice cream for prevention of large ice crystal formation. Now, we see some properties of this emulsifying agent. They do not give interaction with drug. They have physical and chemical stability, non-toxic and non-irritant, cost-effective, also pharmacologically and physiologically inert. They do not interfere with drug bioavailability. Now, we see the classification of emulsifying agent. There are 5 classes of emulsifying agent. These are synthetic, semi-synthetic, natural, inorganic and alcoholic. Now we see about the example of this emulsifying agent. In synthetic, anionic, cationic and non-ionic. In semi-synthetic, methyl cellulose is an example. Now in natural emulsifying agent, there are two examples. First is agar and second is gum acacia. We very well know about this example. Next is inorganic. In that, bentonite is the best example because combination of a bentonite with a layered double hydroxy represent an effective emulsifying system. It provides high stability against corrosions. Now lastly we see about the alcohol as a emulsifying agent. In that, lecithin is commonly used in a preparation of food, cosmetics and medications. This is all about classification of emulsifying agent. Thank you.